Hello there. Welcome back. We're here. We are watching Deep Space Nine, Season 2, Episode 6. We're coming off the heels of Cardassians, another Bajor Cardassian almost type politic type plot, which before wouldn't make me too excited, but I enjoyed it, most of it. But I'm excited to see what's going to happen here. Are we going to do something else?
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, we're still in the early episodes here of the season, but so far, I would say the last episode was probably the closest we've come to a season one type episode of just like, I wasn't super excited about it, but it still had a lot I enjoyed. So we are far from having a bad episode thus far this season, and hopefully that continues.
Also, Mark Alamo helps.
Yes, and Keiko, Rosalind.
Oh, yes.
Always helps.
Two very important factors to elevate any episode.
But let's get some Nog, man. Let's get some Jake and Nog in
We haven't
action.
seen Nog at all this season.
I think he was in one episode of the three-parter.
Was he?
When like him and Jake were saying goodbye.
Oh,
when they had to leave.
yeah.
That was it.
Okay. Yeah.
That's all we got. All right, we're going to jump in. Episode 6.
Ensign Melora Pazlar is the first Elasian to join Starfleet, and as such, requires special accommodations.
I haven't seen one of these in 300 years.
Professor X?
She really uses one like this.
Her normal anti-grav unit isn't going to work here. Same problem we had with the Starfleet cargo lift. Cardassian construction just isn't compatible.
Interesting.
Can't we just use the transporter to help her get around?
It makes sense to me. But she sent word that it wasn't acceptable to her.
So you have my trolley car ready to go.
As requested.
Can I help? I'm fine, thank you.
Damn.
That's better. You've modified it.
Yes, I wanted to give you as much mobility as I could.
I've been practicing on the model I requested for a month.
I think the lesson is not to help people.
Commander Sisko thought that
I'm sure he thought what every officer I've ever served with has thought. That I need extra help to get the job done. Please tell him I don't.
So you can tell she has a chip on her shoulder because of this.
You didn't modify the specifications I gave you for my quarters, did you?
Not one iota. Control the gravity unit with this device, if you'd care to try it out.
Thank you, I will.
All right, pretty simple.
All right, I'll see you later. I get it. Not wanting any special...
Assistance,
Yeah,
help?
assistance, accommodations. Accommodations to make things work for her, but, wanting to be one of the... Just a regular
Just
crew
seeing
member.
it as regular. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like knowing that, I don't know what exactly her situation is, but knowing just anytime someone sees you, like you're instantly, they're going to be like, oh,
Yeah, it reminds me of the deaf guy from Season 2 of TNG.
loud as a whisper.
Loud as a whisper.
Ultras only created 80 of them, each a work of art.
I've come into the possession of 42.
42.
Another one of those guys.
I heard you drive a hard bargain.
Shall we celebrate our closing the deal with another drink?
A little COVID handshake, huh?
Sorry, we're not open yet, but if you'll come back in...
I hope that guy never has to yawn.
Oh!
Is it really you? How long has it been?
Okay.
Tanned, toned up, all that baby fat has disappeared from your face.
You don't keep extra weight on where I've been.
Jail, probably?
I'm gonna guess Quark screwed him over somehow.
Going to the Gamma Quadrant, my business is right here. With you.
With me?
That's right. I've come to kill you, Quark.
Right out with it. I'll give you to the count of 3.
I've gone through her mission profile, and she certainly seems to know what she's doing.
This is her first deep space assignment, and it doesn't make sense to me to...
Talking about me?
Julian knows more of your capabilities than any of us.
I don't need a medical opinion to tell me my own capabilities. I can work at my own pace without being a bother to anyone else.
Lieutenant Dax will be going with you.
I love like the shakiness in her breath. Like you can
Oh,
tell it's
yeah.
like wearing on her at all times.
Yep.
Your schedule is fine with me.
Then tomorrow at 07:30.
I feel bad for Bashir. He was so excited to meet her.
Yeah. And I gotta say, for an ensign, she's pretty, got some guts.
Pretty mouthy.
Yeah.
For me, it's like slipping into a hot tub at the end of a long day.
Really? I'm a shower man myself. this your husband? Boyfriend?
Doctor, if you came for an apology, I apologize.
You know that's her dad. Come on.
I came here thinking about asking you to dinner.
Then afterwards we'll go dancing, I suppose.
Red alert. There's a new Klingon restaurant open on the promenade. If you like that sort of thing.
Who would? Besides a Klingon.
Yeah, I've seen some of that Klingon food. It looks a bit...
Bashir's Riz is crazy when he's not talking to Dax.
You know, that's how it goes, I guess. With the one person you really want to get with, it's terrible, but with just, hey, I kind of like this person.
Yes. But I also got to say about Melora, she either has perfect teeth or a rare case of good veneers.
I'm going to have to look at them closely next time we see her.
Starting with a delicate back clover soup.
Why is he serving this guy? He literally told him he was going to kill him. Shouldn't you, like, tell Odo?
Yeah, go straight to Odo, yeah.
Jumbo Vulcan mollusk. Sauteed in Rambolian butter. A taste so exquisite it's to die for.
Oh, man, imagine every time you eat having to go around that.
Take order.
Oh!
Shall I order for us both?
Oh, they got a Klingon at the restaurant. That makes sense.
And a double order of
Pure
glatzed.
worms.
No sauce, please.
Asking for his biscuits.
Order of Zilmkach. Is that too much for two?
No gloves.
Yeah, true.
Excuse me, Julian, I can't eat this.
I know how it looks, but...
The cara de la fracnel? The tail clapperbool.
I like a customer who knows what she wants.
Your dinner. There's nothing worse than half dead racht.
Okay. Julian probably thinking she's unexposed to the world around her, but she knows.
Also, that is how you do a great comedic moment with a Klingon.
Yeah.
I hope he comes back.
Yeah, he was good.
After the storm cleared, my father went for help, but it was too late. I sat there and watched her die. His guide told us that we could have treated her with a simple herb that was growing all around. I could have saved her life.
Damn, okay. Damn, dude, Bashir gives you, on the first date, he gives you his full trauma backstory.
That's how he gets you. I mean, I do the same thing.
You go full trauma first date?
So my parents got divorced when I was 1.
Dexter Pezlar. Computer, level 1 security access.
Oh, they're supposed to leave.
Ensign
But they're
Pezlar.
at Dr. Bashir's place.
Ooh.
Post-smash.
Docking level 22, section 14.
Section 14.
Oh, boy.
Did they not even make it to his quarters?
Oh, no.
What happened?
My mind was already in the Gamma Quadrant. I wasn't paying enough attention to what I was doing.
Oh.
What kind of an architect would deliberately design a raised rim at the entrance to every door?
Yeah, it's pretty terrible.
Cardassians are all about those raised rims.
They must high step everywhere they go.
You think someday I could throw away the chair?
Theoretically, perhaps.
Yeah, I'm honestly shocked they don't have better braces or whatever.
Yeah, true.
Come in.
Oh, no, I know how much you look forward to turning down the gravity.
Don't let that stop you.
She just invited him into her hot tub.
To have sex.
You may want to brace yourself until you get used to it.
I don't know how much that's going to help. Just your hand on the wall.
Oh.
It's the La La Land scene.
Come on, Julian.
So it's kind of like just a light gravity, not zero gravity.
Yeah.
Goes through the window.
Or there's a ceiling fan like in Willy Wonka. Ah!
So usually I prefer to keep everyone out.
Well, thank you for letting me in.
Oh, here we go.
Come on.
Kiss.
Come on.
It's my brother.
Oh,
Who?
they got a picture. Oh, this is her saying, I'm single.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh. Yeah. But my boyfriend's back home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go. But I am there.
But it's more of a loose situation. I'm not into this.
Yeah.
Whoa! Superman 2025. That's good.
That was a beautiful scene.
I think this episode's pretty good.
Yeah.
Now, when does the plot come in?
Yeah, here we go. Here's the wormhole plot.
It's going to be the exact same setup as Lessons.
I mean, it wouldn't hit as hard, obviously.
Yeah.
Also, I don't think she's on the station permanently at this point, right? She's just there to do a job.
Yeah, cartographer of the...
Oh, wait, no. Literally cartographer. That was Darren's position as well. She was the new stellar cartographer.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Delvok never seems a Vulcan to me. There's too much emotion in his music.
Music?
We never hear him listen to music on the runabouts or anything.
Yeah, like who has the aux, you know, usually.
You think there's room for romance in Starfleet?
Oh, boy.
Our species are just so different.
Since when has that ever stopped anyone? I knew a hydrogen-breathing Lothra who fell hopelessly in love with an oxygen.
I finish my mission here. I move on to the next one. What kind of future is that for a romance?
Long distance sucks. Been there too many times.
Oh, yeah, you've done it. Yeah, I never could. I would never be able to.
Sucks.
Don't be so happy to see me.
All right, I won't. Trafficking in stolen goods should have been enough to get you your own cell at that Romulan camp. Unless, of course, you sold out your partner.
Yep. Quark is a snitch.
He threatened to kill me.
Nothing. Just a passing thought.
Oh, no, he means it. Nothing I do seems to change his mind.
I'll do my job, Quark.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
That look might be my top 5 or one of my top favorite Odo moments ever.
That was pretty great.
This could actually work?
No more servo controls. No more chair.
Let's hope they don't try it and it goes horribly wrong.
Yeah, it kills her. Or kills Bashir.
Kills Bashir.
Birdman.
Have I done something wrong?
Not that I'm aware of. We have something in common.
We do.
I don't like Quark either.
How do I walk?
Like someone carrying a lot of weight on his shoulders.
Must be the memory of those Romulan bricks I carried for 8 years.
Must be.
But you can't lock a man up for the way he walks, can you?
Damn. Now who's he lying to?
Whew. Call me at the first sign of trouble.
What if the first sign is the last sign?
You people sell pieces of yourself after you die, don't you?
Yes.
I'll buy one.
Ruthless. Oh, Quark has been like attacked so many times in the show already. It's like always him just getting...
Yeah, you'd think he had some security around him at all times at this point.
Your neural pathway is beginning to adapt. Endurance and coordination might take a while. We should have you walking within the hour.
What's gonna go wrong?
Nothing to be concerned about. Look, I better get you back to your quarters. I want you to get a good night's rest tonight.
Oh, thank you.
Habitat ring level 14.
Habitat ring. Interesting.
And they were in and out really quick there. Here you go. Bye.
You let me fly for the first time. I let you walk. But even. I'll see you in the morning.
But do you think she's gonna like regret it? Like she wants to still be able to fly because her mind's over home?
Yeah. Is she gonna make the decision to go back home? What's gonna? Yeah. So,
I mean, obviously, practically, it'd be great for her to not have to, you know, do all that. But she might be realizing maybe I don't want it. You know?
yeah.
No. Oh.
Come on, Quark. You gotta have a piece on you.
How does 199 bars of gold press platinum sound to you?
Why 199?
That was the same price from earlier. I forget what he was dealing with.
Oh, okay, okay.
Mattress felt like rocks, and every one of my muscles ached all night long.
You'll adjust to that after a few more treatments.
Now stop complaining.
Do you want to be with me or not?
But after that, if all goes well, your motor cortex impulses will kick in on their own permanently.
But then once it's permanently fixed, wouldn't she be able to do it just like how Julian was doing it? Or is he saying it would still be dangerous because she's artificially getting these abilities, maybe?
Yeah, probably.
I'm sure once in a while couldn't hurt.
Yeah.
Risk it. Classic American attitude.
A Little Mermaid. It's an Earth fable by Hans Christian Andersen. She trades her magical life under the sea for a pair of legs.
She's going by the original fable. Something dark and fucked up probably happened. Dax ain't talking about that Disney version.
A deal is a deal. Rule of acquisition number 16. God, what you came for now. That's very reasonable.
Oh! Okay, bro does deserve to be locked up, I guess.
Move! Let's go.
Bro, you did 8 years in prison. You just got free, and now you're murdering people.
Priority 1 security to level 22, section 5.
I'm gonna assume he's dead. Not just stunned, but come on, dude.
Oh, great job, security goons.
Besides, you can still publish the results from your first treatments.
Both of you, back in the ship. Let's go.
Oh, okay.
Now get us out of here.
He's already shot a man. Do as he says. I'll just wait in the back.
In the front.
Moving as fast as I can.
She's in elation. She needs motor support in our gravity.
I don't care about that.
I don't give a fuck.
Docking clamps have been released. Thrusters engaged.
Ready a tractor beam. Open the channel.
Open.
Oh, hey, Kira.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen her yet.
No reply.
That thing zoomed out of there.
Yeah.
I'm willing to negotiate your freedom, but first release those...
Didn't you hear what I just said? No.
Oh, he's gonna go to her, Melora.
Do I make myself clear? Release the ship. Now.
Hopefully that wasn't a kill shot. And keep in mind, too, when her and Dax were leaving there, they were briefly talking about how it sounded like she had made the decision to go back on the treatments.
Yep.
They released us.
Through the wormhole.
Nope, they're gone.
Engaging warp engines.
Can we beam them aboard at warp?
I wouldn't recommend that.
Yeah, that'd be pretty crazy. Someone going warp speed and you transport them. That'd be quite a feat.
Yeah, it'd be pretty messed up.
Now I'm going through my memory, like, has that ever happened before on screen? I don't think so.
I thought I remember.
I'm not gonna fire at them.
Oh, you'll do it, or you'll die. It's your choice.
Fine. Then I hope you can fly this ship.
W.
Quark, how well do you know this man?
We've been friends for years, not counting the day. We don't escape, and I just die with everyone else. Am I missing a choice here, Fallon?
Be quiet, Quark.
Oh, zero gravity. Oh!
They've dropped out of warp.
Doing some wire work there in the shuttle. Wow.
Yeah.
Gravity's been reinstated. All engines are down.
Come on, Doctor.
I would like to see more of a fight scene. That's okay.
It was probably tough to maneuver them around.
Yeah.
Yeah, get a full Inception level.
Yeah.
Zero gravity.
I'm surprised I even got what we did get, so.
Now I wonder if it was truly just set to stun, or was it like her braces that she was wearing maybe helped her survive?
I'm sure it'll tell us right now.
Why didn't the phaser kill me?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe all the neurostimulants we've been pumping into your body. You know, it might make an interesting side effect of the treatment. It's worth exploring.
Julian, I'm not going ahead with the treatments.
Well, you can always try it again someday if you change your mind.
I don't think I will.
Really?
Besides, maybe independence isn't all it's cracked up to be. I kind of like how it feels to be dependent on someone for a change. And I'm glad you got me to unlock the doors to my quarters so I could finally let someone into my life.
So am I.
What is that instrument?
Oh, you must be exhausted. If you don't want to stay.
Oh, let's just sit a while and listen. I want to remember all of this.
That's it. Wow.
So what was that about?
We just watched Melora, episode 6 of season 2 of Deep Space Nine, and now we're going to talk about it. But first, our whiteboard reactions.
Well, Josh, I just have to say, 3 words, 1 sentence. Go fuck yourself. I love it.
I love it.
I love it.
Nice. Yeah, I did as well. I gave it an S with an asterisk. And at the bottom, for the asterisk, I put, in the context of Deep Space Nine. Because I don't think it's fair, is this Lessons, Remember Me, City on the Edge of Forever, This Side of Paradise? No, it didn't hit me like that. But this is what I want from Deep Space Nine. And this very well could be my favorite episode thus far. It's up there with, Duet and Progress and a couple others, and maybe the three-part as a whole. I don't know. Still don't know how to feel about that as individual episodes. But what did you think?
Yeah, with the three-parter, it's tough to rank those. But yeah, this blueprint of what this episode is exactly what I'm looking for, and that's why I love it so much. I'd say probably yes, an S as well within the parameters of Deep Space Nine. I don't think I'd put it on the level of my favorites from the other two shows, but in the realm of this show. Yes, this is it. This is great.
So, and the reason just to reiterate, I don't want to go through this series. Like, yes, I wanted to reach that bar of TNG and TOS that I love and exceed that. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, I don't want to act as if it is, it has to be in the context of the 200, almost 300 things we've seen before in Star Trek. I want to be able to, at times, talk about it in the vacuum of Deep Space Nine. And when doing that, I absolutely love this, and it's the best of what I've seen, again, with those other favorites so far. Still early on, obviously. Still, what was it, 26th episode of the show we've seen. So, number one, got to give it up. Daphne Ashbrook as Melora, probably my favorite guest character of this series thus far.
Oh yeah, just a stellar performance and a very empathetic performance. You feel for this person. They want to be in Starfleet. They want to do great. Then they're tired of being looked at as handicapped. They just want to do their job and do a good job. And sometimes they come off a bit mouthy, a bit strong. But they've probably been dealing with this since their first day, and who knows how long she's been in Starfleet. And the gall, to be an ensign and telling Commander Sisko and the Doctor and all the shit, like, hey, I can fucking do this. I'm going on that ship alone. Good for you. Good for her.
Yeah, it is interesting to me because just to base my very limited, I know, but my very limited knowledge of rank and moving up, I always thought ensign was like you got promoted from ensign to junior lieutenant within like a year or two. So for her to still be an ensign, she says something along the lines of like, oh, a bunch of other stations I've been at or a bunch of places I've worked before. I don't know how long she's been in Starfleet, but I mean, I think even Bashir is only, based on his pips, I think a junior lieutenant. Because I think he's 1.5, right? So I mean, maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe people are ensigns longer than that. I'm sure. I'm sure it would depend on your work and you're deserving it. But she seems pretty competent and as someone that would get promoted. So I did find that interesting. But that small detail aside, just loved everything. Not only about the performance, but the character of Melora. And this person who has this difference, and it's something I love that it's related to her species. Not that it's just her individually, but everyone that would be an Alasian would have this trouble. And she leaves her planet and wears, these braces, has the chair, just everything about it. And then, of course, if you're a fan of ours, this. Like, I loved the whole relationship with her and Bashir. Great.
Oh, yeah. Bashir's probably best outing.
Oh, yeah.
Episode. And how great he is with a woman that's not Dax was amazing to see, and how smooth he was and charming and not cringe. I loved their relationship, and it felt very genuine when he was helping her, and that a little bit of that magic was there that I talk about between actors. A little bit was there, not to the extent of Nella, was that her name?
Nella Darren.
Nella Darren and Picard, but definitely between these two, I was feeling it. I could see it. And I'm glad they didn't do a full love triangle thing with Dax or anything. Oh, I still have feelings with that,
I had a moment where I thought they might do that when she was going to look for her, and I was like, oh, is she going to find her with Bashir and Bill? But so no, I'm totally glad they didn't do that.
Yeah, just put that on the shelf, and I'm glad they just went full in on these two, because it was a joy. It was a delight.
I mean, the scene of them floating in her quarters, I mean, now, if you happen to be newer or you don't watch our TNG reactions, Lessons is my favorite episode of Star Trek up to this point. So, that's why I'm referencing it so much. But also, there are just a lot of natural parallels here with it, and like them floating her quarters, very similar to Picard and Nella
Playing
in
music.
the Jefferies tube playing the music. And again, it's almost like if Lessons was a season 2 episode of TNG, and it's almost like I'm so glad it wasn't. I'm so glad it was in season 6 because that's what made it so great. Here, it's like imagine if this had been in season 6. It could have really been amazing, but it's still. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it here. It's an early episode, but Julian needed it. Like he needed something to get his character some stuff, and it was great.
Yeah, all the little back and forth when he's giving it back to her about her attitude. And, she's kind of disarmed from that because she's been, on the attack, and he throws the attack back on her. Oh, you've been on the attack, blah, blah, blah. And all that little playful and antagonizing towards each other was so great. Because, I don't know, with Julian, I don't know, expect, oh, you're so great. More, I didn't expect him to be on that level of his riz, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, to be antagonistic and almost, not mean, but teasing.
Giving it back to her.
Yeah,
because she was very abrasive.
Yes, because with Dax, he was all, oh,
Yeah, like, oh, exactly.
Yeah, so seeing him be like this and have a little bit more, maybe confidence with this, I don't know why, but it was something that he needed, and I liked it.
Yeah, and be able to break down her walls because she's so abrasive. She has a chip on her shoulder, and to everyone else in Starfleet, she's looking at them obviously just on a professional perspective. But even before it gets romantic with them two, when it's still just on the professional level, he's still able to break down those walls with his natural charisma that, again, he seemingly has with everyone else except Dax. But maybe that'll go away at this point, with Dax, who knows? But yeah, love to see it. And then also just like something that could have been something that takes the episode down or is cringe, the Klingon chef in the Klingon restaurant, but it's amazing. It's hilarious.
Oh, yeah. Love that whole scene. And I brought it up briefly, but he being Bashir is thinking, oh, she probably doesn't know about Klingon food, and she's looking at it as disgusting. Oh, you wouldn't like this. It's okay. But she's fully well-versed in the Klingon language and of how, oh, I don't eat half-dead raw. It's like, no, she's been around. She's been out there, so don't look at her as if she hasn't. It was another way to say, hey, I'm not just, unexperienced I don't know what the world's outside my chair.
Yeah.
So that was and the Klingon was great. So A+.
Yeah, if you again, just following up on stuff we've seen in the past, it's not the fact that we don't want a comedic Klingon or you can't be different as a Klingon. You don't have to be Gowron or Worf or whatever. It's like, you can do it if it's done right. And this was done so well. It was almost like, it reminded me almost like a hibachi chef or something, but Klingon. And then him coming back in at the end with the instrument and singing, like just cherry on the top.
Yeah, throwing the food plate back. Oh yeah, you know what you're talking about. Yeah, let me get the right one for you.
Oh, he's like, I love someone who knows what they want. He gives her the fucking slop.
And then playing the music, and then what does she say? I just want to sit here and remember this, and just sit in that moment with them. Yes, I love it.
Yeah, again, gonna assume she never shows up again. Yeah. But regardless, I'm glad that it wasn't like Lessons in the traumatic, we can't be lovers, I have to leave. Because, he's not Picard, he's not in command. Her life is not his responsibility outside of a medical sense, being the doctor, which everyone's is. Yeah. So I love that didn't come up, and it was more so, who knows how long she's here, not just episode count, but let's say that, in real time in the show, she's gone after a few weeks or something, whatever. It's like they were able to realize, like, hey, we have this moment right now, let's take it in. And, unfortunately, it's probably not going to work out. I guess the one bummer is that they do go into that whole conversation with her and Dax where, about long distance. Nothing's really concluded about it. They just talk about it, and then, like, we're just left to assume that they probably wouldn't try it.
Yeah, because long distance is terrible, and I would not recommend it. But
I'm sure it works for some people.
I mean, it never works out. At least in my case. How about a classic A and B storyline tying in together at the end there, huh? Felt a little like old times.
Yeah, and they haven't done that a lot. In this show, it's like when they have a B plot or a side plot, it's kind of its own thing. Mm-hmm. So it wrapping together was nice to see here, and it made sense. It didn't feel contrived or forced.
Yeah. It felt completely natural and flowed. Oh, of course this guy is going to kidnap them at that time. Like, oh, damn it. Of course. Probably my favorite Odo scene in the comedic sense. He says he's going to kill me.
Yeah, that was great.
Oh, that look was absolutely wonderful.
And with the two plots coming together, I was also really glad that they didn't just drop the whole thing about her being unsure about the treatments. Like they were talking about that, her and Dax, and then when they're coming out of the shuttle, she's like, "Okay, I think I'll stop or whatever," and then everything happens. I was afraid it wouldn't get brought back up. So then for the ending scene, for her to still be able to tell Julian that, and Julian to be understanding, bummer for Julian in a professional sense, because unless he can go find another Elasian that would like to do this. But on a personal level, he was obviously, and I loved how understanding he was. I loved that they didn't try to make it a conflict, because it would be such an easy conflict. Like when she first brings up to him, like, "Oh, but I won't be able to do this anymore." He's not all like, "Well, what do you mean? Why would you want to do that? You don't need to fool around." Like he was instantly understanding and was like, "Hey, if you don't want to do this, like we don't have to." Like so great, like perfect human interaction and not forced TV conflict.
Very mature.
Yeah.
Very mature. What do you think about her choice to, after realizing she's not going to be able to get that taste of home ever again, and being completely just submitting herself to being in that state forever, in that chair or in that walker, probably forever?
Forever?
Yeah.
I like it because, first of all, nothing would be wrong if she decided to move forward with the treatments, like, do you. But I think it says something to her character of, obviously, she values her home a little bit more than she lets on at the beginning. And, being willing to go through all this just to keep open that possibility of returning home, I think it's a nice character trait.
Yeah. I thought that was a good choice. But also one to where they don't have to keep bringing her back every episode.
Yeah. It's an easy write-off. Yeah. But let me just say, though, with that, I'm not expecting it, but I think she would be a great addition to this show.
Oh, she was wonderful. Yeah.
Unique character, unique circumstance with her, movement abilities, and then just the actress was incredible. And not that anyone on the show has been bad, but it's just so funny how with Star Trek specifically, all of the shows, when they have a guest character of the week, it's like they'll put so much time and effort into some of these guest characters, even more than the main characters get over a lot of time, to where she comes in and she instantly has more background, more character than, maybe not at this point, as we've seen from like a Dax or a Bashir, but, Bashir gets a lot here too.
Mm-hmm.
But, she kind of feels like just as fleshed out as any of the crew here.
Yeah, very similar to early TNG episodes where everything's on the one guest character. But when it works, such as Kalar or this, it really works. It sucks when it doesn't work, but when it does, it's
a high risk, high reward.
It's high risk, and it's extra high risk because what if they don't come back? And we just spent all this time with this great character, and it might be once a season or never come back at all, or they come back and they kill them off. It's a real detriment. Oh, talk about two things. One, talk about biting on the falsie when she gets shot. That's how you do tension. That's how you do stakes. You give us a character that we absolutely love, and you kill her. Or you think you kill her. Because I totally bit that. I went, oh, fuck, no. Because he killed that other dude. Right? That dude.
We don't ever see him again.
Yeah. He shoots someone else, so you assume that person's dead.
Yeah, because she says, "Why didn't I die?" So she should have died. So
yeah, and that similar to The Big Goodbye, where the risk is a guest character dying. I mean, they didn't put any emphasis on that guest character in The Big Goodbye dying, but there was risk there. Oh, he could die. But instead of, I don't know, if this bird-faced man shot Dax or Quark, I'd be sitting there thinking, okay, I mean, they're going to be okay. But shooting her, great choice. And two, the backstory of why Bashir became a doctor, being surrounded by what could help this person, but not having the knowledge to do it. At 10 years old, and that drives the rest of his life to become a doctor. That's nuts. I don't think it was Bones' motivation, but in Star Trek V, when Bones couldn't
save his dad
and chose to kill him, that wasn't his ultimate decision to become a doctor.
No, I think he was already a doctor.
He was already a doctor?
I think that was just a traumatic thing that happened.
Okay, but anyway, besides that.
It may even been the fact that he was a doctor that made him so, like, I couldn't save him. Because, like, he's a doctor. He's used to saving everyone. But he couldn't save his father from probably cancer or whatever it was he had. Some sickness that, yeah. But, yeah, excellent setup for Julian. And it is funny that he just drops it on the first date. But regardless, excellent setup for him. And it makes you, it's one of those things where, okay, now I get it. It's like, now I get him. But I love the little thing he throws in where he's like, well, actually, first I tried tennis. like after that. And a nice little story. Great stuff. how about everything with Melora and Dax, and just even more examples of wise Dax and the one giving advice and everything like that? I'd love to see it.
Yeah, I love their conversation. One, just playing, was it Vulcan radio? A Vulcan radio station? There's too much emotion in this music. For a wall of writers,
Yes, thank you. Yeah.
they got it. The dialogue in each scene felt real, natural, and complex. It felt as if it was two people talking genuinely. A little bit of small talk about stuff within universe, and then deep stuff comes in later. You're going to name all of them right now?
Yeah, because I mean, we should give them credit, right? Because it is an exception to the rule here. So, of course, the writers just always say Gene Roddenberry, Rick Berman.
Well, Gene Roddenberry wrote this one,
Yeah,
huh?
whoa. Evan Somers was teleplay, as well as Michael Piller and Stephen Baum and James Crocker. Story by Evan Somers, and then Robert Hewitt Wolf, which I don't even think was on the screen, but also credited as a story editor. But I think he's that on all of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, exception to the rule. And again, this is where we're fair, on everything. Like, yes, we had the reaction when the wall comes up, but if it ends up being good, like, we're not going to be like, well, it was well written, but wall of writers, so it's bad. It's like we can, assess it based on what it is. And direction from Winrick Colby. Didn't notice anything like super Colby. Nothing like super crazy. It was good. Well directed. I mean, the floating scene was nice and everything.
The stunt work was great, and they did what they could in the runabout.
Yeah.
Would I have loved to see an Inception level? Because she's an Malaysian, right, and she's used to, you assume fighting and navigating in this space. It'd be fun to see her really professionally,
Fight this guy.
Move around.
And he's just like goofily going around because he has no idea how to do it.
But I can only imagine how tough it was to get the one shot they got.
Yeah.
There, so.
I mean, it was I loved this episode, don't get me wrong, but it was close to meme level of just showing her. Because it just cuts to her.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I loved it, but it was, if someone saw that and laughed out loud, it's kind of like the Deanna floating in TNG Night Terrors. Like, I get it.
Yeah. But everything looked good in her quarters, though. All that stuff was great. And the shot with them floating up and then to the window when they're, kissing and all that, the Superman shot. Very nice. But back to the Dax and Melora conversation. Yeah. A little more Dax, wise man type stuff. Oh, yeah, it worked about 150 years ago. 150 years ago?
And that would have been, I'm trying to remember. So I know that TNG is late 24th century. So I think where we are now is like right approaching 2400, if I'm correct. I'm trying to remember, how long ago did they say was TOS?
I think it's
70 years ago?
70, 80 years.
Probably.
I think 100.
So that would even predate TOS then.
Because Scotty was in the transporter for 75 years, and he was, old Scotty from the movies then. So you assume it's been another 25, I'd say about 100.
Okay, so roughly 100 years. So she would even be predating TOS. So she has served in Starfleet, before anything we've seen. And I have no idea what... Do you have any interest in that? Like Starfleet before TOS? Would you ever like to see that explored?
Yeah. I'd love to see the Dark Ages, which is the time we live in now, correct? Or the 90s is when the world fell apart.
Oh, yeah, the nuclear war in the 90s, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where you don't need everything explored. I like some things in Shroud of Mystery, but also the early formation of the Federation, the very first contact. Who was that with? Who was the first species that...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The first contact.
The first contact.
I wonder who would it be? Or they've never said that, have they? I'm trying to think all the way back to TOS. Like, was there a line of, like, Vulcans were the first contact or something? I don't
Because my mind immediately goes to Vulcans because, Spock, of course. But I don't know. It's a fascinating idea. I mean, maybe it's explored in one of these Paramount Plus shows.
Well, that's what I was going to say, too, is the bummer about it is that I don't know if any of the shows explore that, but I do know, like, obviously, Strange New Worlds, just the very, very little I've seen of it, promotional material, like, it looks like a modern show, which doesn't make any sense. I'm not going to get into a critique of a show I haven't seen, but it's just, I hope that there's something that does it while we're still in this 4K era where it can still somewhat look like TOS, but we're getting on a tangent here.
Yeah, if the style is made before, I don't know, TOS, I want it to look similar to how TOS looks.
Yeah.
I mean, I haven't seen much. I've just seen like stills, but everything looks shiny and new.
It looks like Star Trek 2009, and it's like that's not how TOS looked. And I'm pretty sure the explanation is like, well, modern audiences wouldn't want that. It's like, shut the fuck up. That's my answer.
Yeah, go fuck yourself. Yeah, that's my answer to that.
All right, let's get back to this episode.
Yes. Did they fail the test about the? I mean, they weren't necessarily talking about a man. They were talking about relationships. What's that test called? The two women talking to each other.
Oh, the fuck. I reference it all the time.
Is it litmus?
No. It's
the fitness gram pacer test.
I can't believe I forgot it. Oh, the Bechdel test.
Bechdel test.
Yeah, Bechdel test. Yeah, where it's two female characters in a scene together, not talking about a man or anything having to do with a man, which they do talk about, but not specifically Bashir, like you said, not a man. That they talk about. I mean, love could be with anybody.
They talk about relationships.
Yeah.
Okay, so.
But then in the other scene, they're talking about her abilities and whether or not she wants to do this. And first of all, just to be clear, I think the Bechdel test is not. You should not. It's not a real thing that you should use. It's a meme. But
This is a joke,
just to be clear. But when they're talking about that, this is another exception to the rule. Normally, I would have hated the on the nose bringing up of the Little Mermaid. Of like, oh, you're just telling me what the theme is. It's the Little Mermaid. Like, let me figure that out. But I'm glad they did it here because my dumbass would have never thought of that parallel. And like as soon as she brought it up, like she was like the Little Mermaid. I was like, oh, it's spot on. Like, of course it's the Little Mermaid. So, but I'm also glad that she explains it to her what it is, but makes sense that in the future, hopefully they didn't just keep making Little Mermaid remakes forever, And
this Asian probably doesn't know what the Little Mermaid is.
Yeah, she didn't exactly. So she explains the basis to her, but they don't go into a full on, whatever. I thought it was a great way. That is how you do good exposition, to explain your theming without it being, too much. So I really appreciated that.
What if she quoted Peter Pan at the very end of the episode?
Wait, what is that from?
Star Trek 6.
Wait, do they actually? Who quotes that?
Kirk at the very end.
He quotes Peter Pan?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Well, now we're going to read comments from our patrons over at patreon.com/targetaudience, where we put up a post for each episode, and you can comment your thoughts about it, and we will read it here right on camera.
Oh, and I kind of spoiled myself because I already read the first take, but I wanted to say before we started, and I didn't. I don't think anyone's going to like this one. I think this is an episode for us. I'm just basing that off of the type of episode it is. That's my guess.
Yeah, it's got a 6 something on IMDb. So.
And I was validated by the first take that I read. Boggle says, ugh, I hate this guest character. I hate this story. The Klingon chef was cool. D. I agree the Klingon chef was cool, but...
The Klingon chef was cool, but the rest of that?
Again, this is the type of take I can't really argue with any of it because you hate the guest character, you hate the story. Like, okay, that's fair, that's your preference, but not much I can really, besides just saying I don't. There's nothing else really to say. But
I'm gonna do what the modern internet does. You hate disabled people?
Oh yeah. Oh, and let's talk about that actually on a serious note because I'm so glad that there was that kind of representation again without it being, insane, like without it being like all about that. It was like it was in there. If you want it to be about that, there's definitely stuff about that in the theming, but that's not what the story is. It's just part of it. I just really like how this show's been able to do theming like that without it being the whole thing. So I respect that.
Yeah, throwing that little bit, a little comment on it, but not the entire episode.
Mm-hmm. Evan Guthrie, my father has a physical disability and he's never enjoyed accepting help from anyone, but I think he has long been past the victim mentality that Melora shows in this episode. Bashir's small spat with Melora is a real kick in the butt to people whose entire personality is feeling bad for themselves. That's definitely one way of putting it, although I would say I didn't read it personally as feeling bad for herself, because at no point did I sense her being like, oh man, if only I could walk. It was more so like, the chip on the shoulder. I mean, you're in Starfleet. Like, it's a big deal. And it's like, I don't want the special treatment because of this. Like, I'm going to be just as good as anyone else despite this, without that help. So I really liked it.
Yeah. And that, forgot to talk about that in more detail, the scene where, about depending on people, not wanting anyone. What was it? It was very well said about, Bashir's talking to her about depending on people. Now can you learn to depend on us?
Oh yeah, we all depend on each other.
Yeah, we all depend on each other. Yeah, we all depend. No one is independent out here. We all depend on each other.
Yeah, it's like you're going too far. You're thinking it's because you're this species, but no, we all depend on each other.
We know we can depend on you. Now, can you depend on us?
That was great.
Yeah.
And then I also loved later on when she was like, it's nice to not always be independent. I'm glad I let you into my room. It's like, that's good.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Cash Wednesday. This is the worst episode of the season. At least it's out of the way early. What the fuck, guys?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Christopher, oh wow, this episode is a lot worse than I remember it being. I would rather rewatch the cringe episodes from season 1 again. It has a few good moments, but taken as a whole, this one is just bad. All right. Now moving forward, I'm going to try to find ones that actually bring stuff up as reasons. Because again, here, like, okay, like it's worse and you'd rather rewatch the cringe, but I don't know what about this one people aren't liking necessarily. Like no one's going into detail yet about it. So I mean, that's just would be one piece of advice, or maybe even more of a request if you want your take read, especially when you don't like an episode, because I think we've noticed that when people like an episode, it's really easy to go into I really love this and this, but a lot of times when people don't like it, it's just like I didn't like this one, whatever, and it's hard to kind of decipher that, in terms of trying to read them and respond to them. So that would be nice. And I don't want to call anybody out individually, so I'm just going to say in general, there are a number of takes here talking about how this character is not a recurring character. Please don't do that, because now we just know that that's not a recurring character. So please, even if you think the episode's really bad, just please do not do that when you're writing takes. I appreciate it. Here's a kind of a point, someone pointing out something. No one says, I'm not sure Bashir fully grasped the gravity of falling for his patient. I don't hate this one, but I don't love it either. Yeah, I guess that is definitely something that's not addressed. I mean, I said earlier, he's not Picard. He's not in charge of the whole thing. He is the doctor, So, I mean, I'm not a doctor, so I don't know the ethics of that, but in theory, it being your patient. But they do go out of their way for him to specifically say before he ever asks her out, you're not my, either he says, I'm not your doctor anymore, or you're not my patient. So they I think they try to make that clear, but then clearly she becomes his patient again because he starts doing the work on her. So I don't know the ethics of that. But
yeah, but it's not a necessary doctor. That's more of an accessory doctor work.
An elective
Yeah,
type thing.
yeah. Like going in for a nose job. It's a little bit different. And gravity pun. The gravity.
Grasp the gravity. Yeah, falling. Nice job. Nice job.
Yeah, what the fuck, man? Why does no one like this one?
Here's a good one. Numinous 2019. Best moment is Odo's reaction to Quark saying the alien intends to kill him. For a brief moment, Odo is happy. That was great.
It was a great moment. And his ending thing was great there, too. Well, you sell pieces of your body after you die, right? Yeah. I'll buy one.
Yeah, that was great.
Josh T. When you think about it, wouldn't there be more species with different homeworld environments that would make it difficult for them to live in a shared space? Yeah, for sure. And it's tough. I just think of Mordok, with his breathing apparatus. And outside of the world, in reality, it's going to be fucking tough to, to show this on screen. You can't have a fish man walking around all the time in a fish tank or something, or people in floating wheelchairs like Professor X. I saw another comment. Oh, why did they put her in a 20th century wheelchair? I don't know, because maybe having a floating rig is fucking hard to film.
Which is funny, because we're usually on the receiving end of that when we're questioning stuff about the shows or criticizing it. And it's like, well, guys, consider this. But it's like, I'm totally okay with it here. Like you're saying, it's like for the sake of the story. I even caught myself, I don't know if I fully said it in the reaction or if I stopped talking, but I was like, oh, I feel like they would have better braces or something for this. But then I thought to myself, oh, well, then there wouldn't be an episode, so whatever. Groovy Baboon, I like this episode. Yeah! Woo! In my opinion, it does a good job of highlighting the good and bad qualities of our man Bashir. Worst thing I can say is predictable, B-. I don't even agree with any of that, but I'm glad that someone else liked the episode.
Yeah, a lot of people saying mediocre, forgettable.
No one's bringing up actual tangible things. It's like, I get it. It's not, it's not your guys' job to review the episode, but, I would I would really love to be able to discuss it more, knowing what people don't like specifically about it. I mean, as for the people saying boring, like, okay, Progress was boring. I mean, Lessons to an extent is boring. I mean, that's just stuff that we love. So, I mean, that, that is what it is. Plus, there was a lot of tension at the end with the whole stolen runabout and everything, too. Yeah. But if there's anything I love, when it comes to our content at least, and this Star Trek journey is, as much as people probably won't believe me, I do not enjoy, really, posting an episode reaction when we did not like it, and it's a fan favorite. Like, as much as there's a small part of me that, is, a contrarian is what it is, but, like, I don't want to post something that people are looking forward to and we didn't like it. Like, I don't get joy out of that. But I love posting stuff that we loved when people hated it. So I am very excited for this to go up. And, you know, I don't think, I mean, that was really bad. I mean, the bonding lessons, other examples where it's like people are more meh on, and then our opinion has changed them. I think this is, I'm trying to think if there's been this big of an example of something that people did not like at all. Like, maybe if I go all the way back to TOS, there might have been some examples, but definitely in TNG, I can't think of any major ones that people just absolutely despised and we liked.
Besides Spock's brain? Yeah, because I don't even think the one with the society that only breeds the best possible people. I mean, people were just meh on that, right? Or Quality of Life. Those were all episodes they were just meh on. They didn't hate those episodes.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is the biggest one since Spock's brain, I think, in terms of the opposite. I
think, like, Is There in Truth No Beauty from TOS, a lot of people thought was meh or weren't that high on. What's the episode you're referencing where they make the best people? The one with Deanna?
Yeah, the one
okay,
you really liked.
I wasn't exactly sure. Okay, yeah. So this will be fun.